Advanced English Arabic Learning Session 01. Political dogma. Most birds incubate eggs. He brooded over his need to find a wife. Chemicals that constrict the blood vessels. Other pollutants, such as constrict and suffocate their prey. I knew the tide would be on the ebb. The tide began to ebb. My enthusiasm was ebbing away. Their sense of danger began to ebb. Eastward and westward but not leeward. To swim upstream. He was born and reared in London. The kitchen door at the rear of the house. I'd rather have that one. I'd rather go home now. He's a man whose opinion I respect. If a buyer accepts the bid to form an hourglass shape. Other engineering disciplines. The army put down the rebellion. I recognized her by her red hair. They were detained without trial. A whole host of enemies. Attracted a great deal of scorn. Spontaneous demonstration. To rein in government spending. To sell illegal narcotics. Nobody else saw his vulnerability. The heroines of the revolution. A failed assassination attempt. The hut really was cozy and comfy. A baby learning to crawl. I'm obsessed by you. Teacher stabbed to death. To fulfill his perverted desires. Beatings and torture. She fainted behind Obama. Human rights campaigners. To eliminate subsidies. In less enlightened countries. Traffic came to a standstill. Cow pat is the droppings of cows. Places of temperate climate. Traffic congestion. Winding down before sleep. My propensities and proclivities. Despite startling evidence. Off the northern tip of Scotland. Possibly to supply shellfish. I dutifully haul them out. It's a long haul from Vegas to Seattle. This can improve uptime. To obtain optimal uptime. A blare of trumpets. Play or beat on a drum. There was religious pluralism. Blindly dogmatic. Reactionary to the core. There is also close liaison with. A foul odor pervading the air. A faint smell of gasoline pervaded his nostrils. The pervasion of indecent information is inevitable. She tried to compose herself. He composed the first sonata 4 years earlier. 4 children went on to compose their own poems. Women compose 49% of that group. She dressed with flair. She had a flair for languages. I have a flair for composing. None of us had much artistic flair. He emptied the bullets from the cartridge. I would love get hypnotized. Disseminating extremist material. I have got a knee-jerk reaction. A fire caused by some of the looters. But that's easier said than done. Her short-lived stint comes to an end. During our undercover probe. A think tank report. Dysfunctional family. This book dispels doubts. Suffering economic hardship. The information is clear and concise. We favor coexistence. Breathtaking beauty. Peace and serenity. It is manifestly over the top. Mottled dark gray color. The statue is resembling a unicorn. Her impending wedding. Skidding and sliding. But it was far too late. The ancient bounds of the forest. Grey clouds obscure the sun's rays. Religious cults. Some species will parasitize other organisms. To make an abrupt change of course. Avalanches. To haul trash to the landfill. Elaborate environments. The bald title. To wreak vengeance. A cathartic vengeance. To name a few. To say the least. A judge to grant or refuse a bail. Endless opportunities for making money. The possibilities are endless. An endless list of things to do. We don't have an endless supply of money, you know. These glasses suit people with round faces. The fruit are small and round. Rugby isn't played with a round ball. The discovery that the world is round. A t-shirt with a round neck. Make it a round figure, say $40. His face has lost its boyish roundness. She laid the baby down gently on the bed. He laid a hand on my arm. I don't like going out alone at night. Finally the two of us were alone together. She was sitting all alone in the hall. It's hard bringing up children alone. The assassin said he has acted alone. Carol felt all alone in the world. I've been so alone since you went away. A bit of intramural animosity. These drawings are bursting with life. I just wandered the streets. It's a fatal flaw. Pitting two teams was a total flop. She was a high-maintenance girl. A laid-back girl. She was cursing at them. Wearing a flip-flops. His constant joking. Convicted felons. He is convicted by the jury. It stopped of being chore. I have cramps. I am approaching retirement. Every waking hours. Debit reconciliation. She debuts a new tattoo. The image sparked panic. Is it legitimate to ask? To encompass all aspects of life. The slim figure she yearned for. The end. Coming next. Session 02.